Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's a two-day halacha for Friday the 7th of December and also for Sunday the 9th of December, while I'll be on an NCSY Shabbaton. Here's your halacha for the 7th. When you place your menorah, you know that there is a set place in the room where you're placing it, the height of its placement. Now let me explain what I mean by that. If you put a menorah right on the ground, which is not appropriate, it would not be very obvious that you're using it for light. It wouldn't be obvious that you're using it for Hanukkah light. Somebody would think that it's like a floor marker, so people don't trip. And if you put it too high, then it would look like it's basically a light that hangs from the ceiling, and it's just meant to light up the room. So the rabbi said that it's best when it's placed somewhere between 3 and 10 tefachim. A tefach is about 3 or 4 inches. So basically it should be at least 9 inches off the ground, and it should be not higher than 40 inches off the ground. Like a nice, ordinary, not so high table is the perfect place for it. Then it's very apparent that you're lighting it for the Hanukkah mitzvah. But if it's higher, like it's 6 or 7 feet high in the room, then it looks like it's just a light for the room, and you won't fully be doing the mitzvah in its most perfect way. It's most perfect when it's on a nice table that's not too high, so we could see that's not a floor marker and that's not a ceiling light. That's definitely a Hanukkah menorah. Okay, now if you ever want to place it way above street level, like higher than 20 amos, which means like higher than about 4 stories high, then it's a problem because no one in the street is going to notice it at that height, and you're not fully fulfilling the mitzvah. If people inside of the room where you're placing it are still looking at it, then at least you're fulfilling the mitzvah for them. But if you're just placing it at the window that's on the 5th story and no one inside is seeing it and no one outside is seeing it because it's too high, then it's a bit of a problem. It'd be best in that situation to put it near the door of the apartment so that people at least walking in and around the apartment can see it. That would be the more appropriate way to deal with that. If your apartment building faces other apartment buildings, so you're on the 4th floor and the people of the 4th floor across the way could see it, well, then that might be considered all right, because the main idea is that it's within the proximity of somebody's eyesight so that you could be broadcasting the mitzvah to other people. Thanks for logging on. Well, we're not done yet. Now here is your halacha for Sunday, the 9th of December. Okay. When you're setting up your menorah, we did tell you that you could use the wicks from the night before, and that's actually okay and good because used wicks are actually nice and oily and have a good little charred black spot and they'll light well. However, watch out when you're using yesterday's candles. If your candles went out and you're lining up a whole bunch of new candles and you're also using one of yesterday's candles that blew out halfway, then you have the problem that they're not at the same height. And it's best when all of your lights are at the same height. Equivalent importance is given to light number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so it's not good to have a tall candle and a short candle next to each other, so watch out for that. Also, at Havdalah, we love to have things in a medura. That means kind of like a torch where the wicks are braided together, 2 or 3 or 4 wicks. And that's what you're supposed to have for Ma'orei Ha'esh, the lights of the fire at Havdalah. But it's not supposed to be done that way at all, ever, for Hanukkah. The Hanukkah lights must be 1 wick per light. That's the way it's supposed to be. Proper time to light it, there are a few differing opinions, but the most common one is that you light at Tzeis HaKochavim when 3 stars are visible. That's the same time that Shabbos ends in your area, and then it should stay lit for at least a half an hour. That's your basic time frame to try to look for when lighting your menorah. Thanks for logging on, and log on again on Sunday night, Monday, for brand new halachas. Bye-bye.